Is that how you guys reply to people when they say hello? You, like, just your next door neighbor next to me going, hello! I'd be terrified. Oh, somebody's doing the heart shape at me, that's awesome. Hello. People are outdoing you now, everyone's doing like massive hearts. Oh, you just broke your heart, that's not good. It exploded.
That's some hard.
Some sort of, I don't know, genetic disorder. There's a sim on the front row, that's awesome. Shout out Fred Shea. Like, only one person gets that. So how are you guys doing? You guys having a good MomoCon? Is this the best MomoCon ever? Awesome. I'm glad you guys are enjoying yourselves. Now, are you guys ready to watch a new episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged? Unfortunately, you're going to have to wait till the end of the panel to see it. But until then, I've decided we're going to do a Q&A. You guys can ask me about anything you want. Just, I want you guys to leave this room knowing way too much about me. Way too much. We have a microphone set up right in the middle aisle here. If you guys wanted to ask questions, feel free to line up. We prefer it if you guys do one question when you get to the mic, just one question at a time. If you do have multiple questions, just go back into the line again and line up. Otherwise, it's not fair on everybody. But yeah. Oh, no.
Hey guys.
I should have mentioned, please line up in an elderly manner. What's everybody's favorite part of MomoCon so far? Steve Bloom. Somebody brought to my table in the dealer's hall, they brought a copy of Final Fantasy VII, and Final Fantasy VII, what was the Vincent game? Dirge of Cerberus, yeah. They brought me a copy of both those games and said, "Can you please sign this?" And I'm like, I don't remember abridging these. And I'm not in them, so I'm not sure why you want me to sign them, but okay. And they were like, "But you are in them." And I'm like, "No." And they were like, "Yeah, you are. You're Steve Bloom." And, no. I have a beard and a hat and glasses. I guess I'm Steve Bloom. I wish. Yes, Lelouch.
Is there a difference in what you originally planned out to have the characters' voices be to what they currently are now? Like, how did that all go?
Oh gosh, I mean, you're assuming I have a plan for anything in my life. I think I planned a bunch of different things for, like, Tristan as the robot monkey. I was going to have him just... Originally, he was going to speak like Tristan, and then everybody was going to be able to understand him. And then they were like, do you know that whole thing in Toy Story 3 where they turned Buzz Lightyear into, like, the Spanish version of Buzz? They were going to flip a switch on the back of Robot Monkey Tristan, and he was going to be like, he was going to be talking as Tristan, speaking Spanish and Italian and all these different languages. And he would say things like, "My voice gives me super strength" in different languages, and it was going to be like an Easter egg. But that didn't end up happening. I just went with, I'm sorry. Maybe I'll do it like a deleted scenes montage where that happens. Does anyone know what the Spanish for "my voice gives me super strength" is? Yes? I don't. My voice? What? My voice? My voice? Mi voz, me llamas Puerta. It's like Tristan the Explorer. What was your favorite part of the convention? I like that part too. Did I answer your question okay, or?
For the most part, I was thinking like, originally, like when you first started the show, like thinking, how am I going to voice Yugi? How am I going to voice Joey, Tristan?
Yeah, I mean, when I first started, I really wasn't thinking that far ahead. Like, when I first started Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, I didn't know it was going to last more than an episode. You know, I didn't know if people were going to even like it. So it was very gratifying when like 12 people said you should make more. And then I got to Pegasus, and obviously you can't really do anything else with Pegasus. He's hilarious as he is. But aside from that, I can't think of anything that really like that changed dramatically from when I began the whole thing. I mean, I didn't know what I was going to do with Rex and Weevil, and then I came to them and I was like, they have to be Beavis and Butthead because it makes sense. It works somehow. No, I wish I had a good answer for that one. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, it's cool. Thank you.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Hey.
Hello.
About how much of what you say is improv? And are there any famous bits that you just kind of came up with off the top of your head and just now?
If you've ever seen the Marek Plays Bloodlines videos, what? When's another one coming out? It's like, after I make episode 59 of Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, it will be the next video I make. But that 90% of Marek Plays Bloodlines is ad-libbing. It's just me, I play the game and then I record the footage and then I watch the footage back and I just say, this is me playing a game, Foxy Boxes, the demonic Shakira. So yeah, most of that's ad-libbing. I think a lot of Naruto spoof is ad-libbing. Like, I'll just say, Naruto would say this while I'm editing fart jokes! So, but Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, I don't really tend to ad-lib that much, which is a shame, because... Believe it! Kill the non-believer! 90% of Naruto spoof is ad-libbing, but I don't think any of Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged is really ad-libbing. Like I said, it's a shame because ad-libbing is so much fun and it gives you a sense of freedom and it makes things sometimes feel more organic or spontaneous. But I kind of have a way of making Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged that I've stuck to for the last 6 years, and I don't want to change the formula. Kim Possible! Kim Possible's like, we have to change how he makes Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. Get a naked mole rat to help him. When Tristan the Explorer shows up and says, how would you make Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged? I agree. What was the question? I keep forgetting, I'm sorry.
Are there any famous bits?
Any famous bits that were ad-libbed?
Like, yeah, that you just said no. So.
I mean, I haven't told you any specifics. Foxy Boxes, most of Marek Plays Bloodlines is ad-libbed, but I'm trying to think of like sections of Naruto spoof that were like completely ad-libbed that I can think of off the top of my head. I think like, have you seen the Naruto spoof movie? Yeah. The whole roll, shababa lava! That whole part was like just me being like, he has to say random stuff when we cut back to him, and then they carry on the scene, so I was just like, roll, fight the power! Roll, fight the power! And he kept going. So, name a scene in Naruto's movie is probably ad-libbed, so. Was that okay?
Yeah.
Sweet. Hello, Marek. Is the microphone too tall for you? You should stand on Makora's shoulders and then it would help. Thank you, Steve. Steve. Is his name even Steve? I don't know. Hello, yes.
I was just wondering if Yami Bakura had like a fangirl kind of squeal or giggle, what would it sound like?
If Yami Bakura had a way to squeal. See, here's the thing, you would die if you ever heard it. So, I don't know if I should tell you. I don't think it would be so much of a squeal, I think it'd be more like, whoo! Something like that. You can do it, can you? What would yours be? Oh! I cannot imagine that noise coming out of Bakura. Woo! Is Bakura doing something to Pegasus? What's happening? Fantastic. Marek, did you have anything else you'd like to ask?
No, thank you.
Fantastic. Well, I hope I satisfied you. Hello, sir.
Hello.
my question is, what is your favorite character that you made in Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, and what is your favorite line that you create for him?
Well, my favorite character that I've created, because I don't really think that I've created any of these characters, because like all of them are obviously exaggerations of something that already existed. But my proudest like achievement with a character on the show, and he was just at the microphone, Marek. I honestly feel like I did a good job with him, because a lot of the time with the other characters, people know them for their catchphrases. And when I introduced Marek, I was like, I don't want to do something that's a catchphrase anymore. I don't want Marek to have like a thing that he says all the time. And while initially he said Pinky Boy like twice, and every other time he showed up, he didn't really have like a gimmick or like a line that he would be like, ah, this is my thing, waka waka. Aside from Foxy Foxes, I guess.
And leather pants.
I'm sorry?
Leather pants.
Leather pants, that's true. But I tried really hard to just have him be like this goofy idiot that just, you know, reacts to things appropriately. He's kind of like, I say this a lot, he's the voice in the back of my head that I try to silence as much as possible. So whenever I'm writing a script and a really, really, really bad idea pops up in my head, he's saying it. That's kind of the inspiration for the Evil Council videos. He's the voice in the room that's like, I have a better idea, but... And that's how that goes. But I think my proudest moment with Marek was anything that happened in episode 45 where young Marek is like hanging, he's like, frigging rags is she, oh, a shiny box, I must worship it. I just had so much fun playing him as like not only an idiot, but a young idiot. But speaking of that episode, I actually encountered a cosplayer in Finland, which was one of my favorite convention experiences. It was called AnimeCon, and there was this young woman, a young girl walking around cosplaying as Yami Marek, like young Yami Marek, after he killed his dad. And so she had like the Yami Marek hair and the Tomb Keeper robes, and she was covered in blood, like fake blood, obviously. And she was walking around with a Millennium Rod like a dagger, and like she was terrifying. And I kind of walked by and I was like, oh, that's scary. And then she turns to see me and her eyes go really crazy wide, like Yami Marek's would, and she goes, LittleKuriboh! It was very scary. Speaking of things that happened that were scary, before I came here, I was walking through the backstage area, and I don't know if any of you saw it, there was a guy in like a giant Big Daddy suit walking around. It was incredible, and like, back there it's all like Bioshock, like all like metal surfaces and like kind of claustrophobic, and there was this Big Daddy like, boom, boom, walking down the corridor. And then Mark Meir comes out in his Commander Shepard cosplaying, and I'm like, this is the best crossover ever.
Did you ever see the golden Dalek that was going around?
I did not. I've unfortunately been in the dealer's hall most of the time, but seriously, you guys are like the best cosplayers ever. You guys should give yourselves a round of applause. So.
Good work, everybody.
Sorry?
Good work, everybody.
Good work, everybody. Was that everything? Is that answer your question?
Yeah, except if you're going to do Capsule Monsters, or have you done that yet?
Am I going to do Capsule Monsters?
Yeah.
I tried it. I had 2 episodes, and then I kind of fell to the wayside on that. I'm sure I'll return to it eventually, one day, but I'm trying to focus on the main series right now.
All right. Thank you very much.
No problem. Hello.
Hi, I'm like fangirling all over the place because I love you, but
That's okay. We have a cleaning crew for that. Steve. Hello.
I'd like to.
Long ass line.
I just wanted to ask. My friend has been kind of down recently, and she tore her ACL, and she couldn't come. And she's like a huge fan of yours. Can you call her real fast? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. What was her name? Erin?
Prank call her.
I'm not going to prank her. You guys are cruel. Do you want me to be a character or do you want me to... It's ringing. I will give you guys regular updates on the status of the phone call as it goes. It's still ringing. Welcome Mariana Miller, by the way. She's my wife. It's still ringing. It's been forwarding to an automated voicemail. There we go. Hello? Oh. Add the tone, please, record. Hello, Erin. This is Manik Sebastian Ishtar III talking to you live from MomoCon 2013 on my panel, which is frigging amazing. But I just wanted to call you because I heard you were having a bit of a bad time, and I'm very sorry you couldn't make it. But hopefully you can make it to MomoCon 2014, and the audience would like to cheer for you right now so that they can support you in your efforts to get better. Would you cheer for Erin, everybody? We all love you. And please feel better, okay? I'm willing you to do it. I'm commanding you to do it! Excellent. Well, I hope to see you next year, okay, Erin? Have a lovely time, and please feel better. Bye. Just in case you guys have any questions for Mariana while she's here, this is my wife. She's actually a professional voice actress. She actually knows what she's talking about. Hello, you say.
Hello. Would you be willing to prank call my brother? His name is Steve. Would you please?
It really takes up too much time, and there's such a huge line of people, and we have a video to show.
And the only reason I'm happy to do it tomorrow if you come to the dealer's hall
I
booth.
won't be here tomorrow.
Oh.
Sorry. Okay.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. If we do it, can it be the last one? Everybody, you can prank call Steve.
Okay. Prank call Steve. Prank call Steve. Okay.
Okay, no more
Shut up!
No more after this.
Sorry.
Okay.
I have a backup question. Why is it that every time Kaiba smiles, a puppy dies?
Have you seen his smile? Stop smiling!
I'm so glad we have cats.
Jeez, oh no. Hey man.
What's up, bro?
Not much. I'm on a panel.
Yeah, just talking. So, I got a question. Like, from a fan from the first episode that I saw on a Wednesday that I was just really bored on. I say, oh, yeah, YouTube, yeah, just got a channel.
I totally thought you said I saw the episode and was really bored.
No, I said I was bored on a Wednesday that I watched it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Anyway, the question I have is really just, I'm trying to be like a comedian, trying to troll people in real life, which is hilarious, by the way. Yeah. But the other thing, like, I try to do the stupidest trolling. So, like, I will literally, like, pull a fourth grader trick on them and just say, get on with it.
I think he just trolled you.
Anyway, this is the main question. If you had to choose between two actors to fight to the death, who would they be?
Oh. There's so many great options. I want Russell Crowe involved somehow.
Okay, Bradley Cooper and Russell Crowe, and then they could both kill each other.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know, Russell Crowe, Liam Neeson. Russell Crowe would be screwed.
Let's do it.
What would the conversation between Liam Neeson and Russell Crowe be like? I don't know who you are.
Don't forget to win!
I don't know who you are. I don't know who taught you how to sing. But I will find you, and I will kill you.
Hello, sugar! Do not forget my name! Don't forgive me.
Shut up. I was Zeus. Sorry, Karen.
Michael Bay versus George Lucas.
They're not actors, mate.
I'm just saying, they're pretty terrible.
That would be pretty good. That would be really good.
Lots of explosions.
There would be a crappy ending involved. Shia LaBeouf would just get between them and be like, no, 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 no.
Hi.
Hey.
I'm still standing. So this is kind of a voice acting question. So I guess it could be for either of you, but for you specifically, one of my favorite like little random moments in the series was when you were, I think you were being Merrick imitating Bakura.
Yes.
Yeah.
Chara.
My voice at the end of my sentence, and I was like, that kind of amazed me because I love that you were being one voice imitating another voice, and so I was curious how much do you have to really sit down with these voices and kind of figure out the little nuances of them, or do they just kind of come out?
With Marek specifically, they just kind of come out. But, because like I said, he's just kind of the voice in the back of my head. He's me when I'm drunk, basically. So look forward to seeing that at some point. I think with a lot of them, I do actually have to think really hard about it. It's weird, because it's basically a voice going into doing an impression. It's an impression of an impression of an impression. You know, because I'm doing an impression. Yes, impressionception. Like there's actually a scene in this video that I'm going to show you at the end of the panel where Yugi tries to sound like Yami, and he tries to make his voice sound deeper. But when I try to make my voice sound deep, that's what happens. It becomes Yami. You know? So I had to tread the line because he couldn't sound like Yami, because if he did, then the joke wouldn't work. So
you had to go through double puberty.
That's pretty much how it worked. It was like, hey, it's me, Yugi, and now I'm trying to sound deep voiced and stuff. I'm Yami, Yugi, you know? It's very subtle and very hard to nail, but...
You should have just spoken in your normal voice.
I should have just been like, hey, this is me, and now this is me, I'm Yami Yugi, hey, what's up? Mind crush.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, everybody, I'm going to mind crush you.
One more quick thing. Are you ever going to do another episode of Zork and Pals?
I don't know. I think Zork and Pals is I think the ship's kind of sailed on that one. But maybe one day, maybe at the very end of the series, Zork and Pals will have like a reunion episode.
I feel like they would have to since Zork is like the final film.
He is in this final season, but I mean, he's not really hanging out with any pals or anything. Maybe he'll have Cody like floating beside him as he's killing everybody.
He's killing his pals.
Dead to everybody! He's killing his pals.
Alright, thank you so much.
Oh, no problem. Hey.
Hello. So my question is sort of, what's it like going from your basic normal life to like this? And then also, what's it like going from this to back to just sort of...
I'll answer this question.
Go ahead.
He doesn't register it. There will be times when we're at home and he's like, Mariana, nobody likes me. Take a picture. I told you to take a picture.
I already did take a picture.
You did take a picture. I told him that anytime he felt bad, he just needs to look at pictures of panel audiences that he's taken. Because anytime I'm like, whoop, I almost swore, mother trucker. What do you talk about? Nobody likes you. You fill panel rooms. No, I don't.
There's some empty seats. Wow. Well, that's true, yeah, you guys are okay.
And your seats are all taken, so
Okay.
yeah.
Yes, I can't really disagree with that. But, I mean, the main difference, I think, is that when we're at conventions, we don't have cats meowing at us to feed them all the time. That's the main thing. Our cats, Meatball, Spaghetti, and Mozzarella, aren't they cute names? I like the
You should. Do you have any pictures of the cat on your computer?
I don't think I do.
You're a terrorist.
I'm sorry. I have pictures of marsupials, apparently.
That's from Australia. When we went to Australia. That's a wombat. And that's a Joey inside of a mom. And that's Kendall.
That is Kendall. Oh, here we go.
Hey. That's not a cat.
I don't know, we kind of smuggled one of these back home and pretend that it's a cat so that we can have
Our cats are so cute. The other day we got in an argument, and that's not the cute part. But when we were in...
We got in an argument with each other, not with the cats.
We got in an argument with each other, and we got a little loud, and then Mozzarella, who is the youngest one, and she's our only girl, she marches in and she's like...
Oh, do you have the video of her meowing that you can put up to the microphone or something?
Probably. I don't know if
This is not answering your question at all, is it? I mean, I think the main difference is the fact that I don't see as many of my friends back home. I have friends all over the country because of, like, obviously the internet, and coming to conventions is a great way to meet them and reconnect with them, like our friend Caitlin in the front row. And obviously I don't get to see them as much when I'm in LA or wherever I am, working at home and everything. So honestly, getting to come to conventions like MomoCon, especially MomoCon, which is a fantastic experience, is a blessing. It really is. Getting to see you guys especially is awesome. I think Mariana has the video queued up now. She's gonna, if you listen very carefully. Oh, that wasn't the cat. Is it not playing? Oh, you've got the square reader. No, he hasn't. This isn't working.
That's not mozzarella, it's meatball.
That's
They
meatball?
sound the same.
Oh, yeah, that's true. But does that answer your question?
And more, thank you.
Fantastic. Turbo-tastic.
Fantastic. Yes, all I want to ask is just, can you sign this?
Can I sign the Dark Magician Girl picture? Oh, I don't have a pen.
Yeah, we don't have pens.
Oh, we have pens?
We can't. We were just in the dealer's hall all day, so...
Oh, yeah, but Turbo might not be
if we can make one exception...
we can't sign any more stuff. If you guys want stuff signed, we'll be in the dealer's hall tomorrow from 10 till 4, is it?
Yeah, well, I don't know when